kids, today I'm going to teach you a chant about making inferences. And I know that might seem big and scary, but I promise it's not. In fact, it's something that you already do. You don't even know that you're doing it. But what we want to do is we want to continue practicing it more and having a better understanding of it so that we can get better at making inferences. Now, let me tell you what an inference is. When we are reading a book, sometimes there are things that the author wants us to know or what they're saying without them actually saying it or writing it. And you might be thinking, why don't they just write it out if they want us to know it? Well, they can't just write out every single little bitty detail because it would get very, very boring. So a lot of times you use what you already know and what you see to have a better understanding of that text. It's using your background knowledge, your schema, and the clues in the text and the illustrations to have a better understanding or to really understand what the author is trying to teach you. This is also called reading between the lines. And I want to practice it with you. I'm going to read you a short story, and in fact, I'll put it up here so you can see it too. And I'm going to see if you can make some inferences afterwards with me, okay? Here we go. Today was the day. Jemiah walked into the gym with her shoulders back and her chin held high. It was like she was meant to be on the court. She was dribbling, shooting, passing better than ever before. The team wouldn't be announced until the end of the week, but Jemiah did not let her nerves get to her anymore. No matter the results, Jemiah knew she had tried her best, and at the end of the day, that is all you can do. Okay, so we're going to make some inferences, and you probably already know the answer to these questions because you have background knowledge and you saw the text, right? Okay, so first of all, it said, today was the day she walks into the gym like she was meant to be on the court. She was dribbling, shooting, passing. What could Jemiah be doing? Well, I can see that she's in a gym. I can see she's dribbling, shooting, and passing. And I can see that there's going to be results for a team later in the week, right? Yeah, at the end of the week. So what can I infer? You're right. Jemiah is at a basketball tryout. Now, did the author have to tell you Jemiah is trying out for a basketball team today? No, they didn't have to tell you that. They used their words and their language to get that to you. And you use your schema plus the text clues to know that Jemiah was at a basketball tryout. Now, if you're not familiar with basketball, you may have had to think a little bit deeper, or you may have even been confused because maybe you don't know about shooting, dribbling, and passing. But we do know she walked into the gym and that she's waiting for results, so we should at least be able to infer that she was at a tryout. Now, I want you to think about this sentence. It says, Jemiah walked into the gym with her shoulders back and her chin held high. What can you infer about how Jemiah is feeling? Yes, she's feeling confident. She's proud. Does she seem scared at that point? She doesn't seem scared at all. Did the author have to tell you Jemiah was confident? She walked into the gym with her shoulders back and her chin held high. The author didn't have to tell you that. You used your schema. Maybe you felt that way before. You held your chin high. You walked somewhere with confidence or boldness. And you were able to use that plus the text clues about her body posture to infer that she was confident. Okay, one more inference I want you to make in this text. Okay, it says that Jemiah did not let the nerves get to her anymore. No matter the result, she knew she had tried her best. So what can we infer about how Jemiah has once felt about all of this? What do you think? It says, she did not let the nerves get to her anymore. You're right. At one point, she had been nervous because she says, not anymore, right? So you can use those text clues to know that Jemiah was once nervous, but she's not anymore. And the author didn't even have to tell you that. That's what inferring is all about. It's about reading between the lines, using your background knowledge, using the clues in the text to really have a deeper understanding of what is going on. So here's where our chant comes into play, okay? It's a chant where we do it all together. There's no repeating, so I'm going to do it once. The words will be right here. All right, it goes like this. Readers, readers, have you heard? All the time you do infer. First you think about what you know. Next read the text. You will go. Then look for important clues. Read between the lines. You will do. Put it together and we'll concur. Schema plus clues equals infer. Okay, are you ready to do that with me? The words will be here, don't forget. All right, here we go. Ready, set, go. Readers, readers, have you heard? All the time you do infer. First you think about what you know. Next read the text. You will go. Then look for important clues. Read between the lines. You will do. Put it together and we'll concur. Schema plus clues equals infer. Oh my goodness, you did such a good job. Thank you for doing that chant with me. Now go out, read those books, and make all kinds of inferences.